Sind die Leute generell eher faul oder aktiv? So, weltweit gesehen.
Depends what you define as lazy.
I define Netflix, Instagram, not doing stuff, not being productive as lazy. Working in the garden, going outside, doing stuff, this is productive.
I'm more lazy. So I don't know. I would say I'm more lazy, but I don't know about people.
I think actually nobody's ever always productive or always lazy. I don't really think that exists.
What do you think is like prevalent again?
Yeah, I think to exist in this world, in this capitalistic society, you kind of need to work most of the time. But that's also why people can maybe become lazy in their free time, but that's not really their fault, I think.
Yeah. It's because they're exhausted of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Ich glaube, es ist immer beides im Extremen. Also haben wir vorhin gerade diskutiert, gibt ja die Extremsport eben über den Mittag müssen säckeln, gibt es die halt einfach denken, ja, ist mir gleich. Ich glaube, es gibt so keine Normalität mehr für mich.
Ja. Also die Lethargie ist für mich schon auf dem zunehmenden Ast in der Gesellschaft. Also, eine Luxusgesellschaft ist immer meistens am Verfaulen.
Ja.
Mir dünkt es, es geht ums Konsumieren, ums Sein, wenn du die Generationen vor uns anschaust, die wirklich noch krüppelt, also, für das sie ihr tägliches Brot hatten oder irgendwie sich etwas leisten können. Ich zähle mich auch dazu, zu dieser Gesellschaft. Gell? Also, ja. Aber mir dünkt schon, also, wir sind im Verfaulen langsam. Das ist so meine Wahrnehmung.
Ja.
Nah, lazy. For sure. There's a small amount of people that are very motivated, but the general rule, and you can see it, at work, at school, always there's small people that are more motivated, and there's the rest that's just there. And I'm not considering myself lazy, but sometimes it's like I feel like the tendency is to float if you don't have your things together. People just at some point they float, they stop, and they just do the same for the rest. It's like they settle with something.
Autopilot style.
Yeah, autopilot, something like this.
Yeah, I think the same as you. Like, unfortunately, we live in a polarized world nowadays, and it's either like extremely highly motivated individuals or extremely lazy people that tend to have this rule of the minimum effort and try to get things done as fast as possible in the fastest way and no quality standard.
Exactly. It's a lack of quality usually. They're going for quickness instead of quality.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree with that. And yeah, certainly laziness has been prevalent in the last couple of years that I've been like in the workforce, and I've seen certain people just try to get away with the minimum effort, and I guess that hasn't been that of the tendency throughout time. Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting one. That's a very good question. I don't know.
I would like to think ambitious.
Yeah, I think because there's now this sort of pursuit of a certain lifestyle that people would be ambitious.
Yeah. Ambitious to be lazy, to do not much.
Yeah, yeah.
Relax. There's always that will to survive, that ambition to be successful. I think globally, everyone's striving for that. And yes, there are many cases that people are lazy and don't want much, but not in a way that they're humble, in a way that they just are content in, doing nothing. But I think generally we're all trying for something.
Yeah.
I would even say, isn't it that ambitions are often high, but the actions are not so high?
Yeah.
People have high ambitions.
Yeah. Don't want to work for it.
Yeah. Take shortcuts.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Difficult. It's really difficult. I would say, I think more ambitious.
In der heutigen Gesellschaft? Nein, ich denke, man ist schon produktiv.
productive.
But I think it depends the generation.
I think there are certain circumstances where you can do things that maybe are deemed as lazy without them being destructive, I guess. I feel like if you've had like a really long day and you lay down to watch Netflix for 2 hours and you feel fulfilled, I think that's not necessarily laziness. I think
But then you're productive because you've had a long day.
I guess, yeah.
Well, I don't like the word lazy because it's something negative in our society that, I mean, it implies that the work or, I don't know, the social structure that we made is something positive and it has to be. But I think the problem is, or I know that what you said is more kind of living, for me it sounds kind of living not mindful or kind of not really thinking about
Autopilot.
the word and autopilot, yes. And
But I think a lot of times autopilot kind of kicks in for people that are affected by mental illness maybe,
or
by
burned up afterward.
burned out, or people that are, I don't think, well, in my circle, I won't speak for my circle now, I don't know a lot of people that are actually lazy. A lot of people I know want to create, want to be productive in their own sense, and maybe some people would not consider it productive, but to them it is, and I think that's what counts.
Yes, I agree.
And you would say you're pretty productive?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Try to be as active as possible.
Exactly. That's why we're going to the gym.
That's great. That's always the great start. When you go to the gym, then you're motivated for other things.
I don't know. For us, we're sort of ambitious in a sort of, I think of it as like a lazy way, but we're also quite a slow lifestyle.
Yeah.
So small house, big garden.
Yeah.
So just to get what we want and then we can relax, sort of thing.
This can also be like humble and everything.
Yeah.
Humble and lazy is not the same.
Yeah, but
That's very true.
But I mean, like in my free time, I like to be quite lazy, relax, do the gardens and things. But I don't know. It's just
I'm not sure globally.
But do the gardens is not lazy. Do the gardens is doing
It's a lot
something.
of
Being lazy is really like just chilling around watching Netflix or whatever.
Yeah. But no, I don't really have. For me personally, I don't have that drive to be like, I need a millionaire, I need a Porsche or a Lamborghini. There is a bit of that around.
There's a lot of that around.
With ambition, it depends what you set your goal. You can,
That's right.
Be ambitious to be a monk.
Yeah, true.
So that's what I mean. Like laziness, I really mean by laziness, I mean really like not doing stuff.
Yeah.
Regarding intimate relationships, are people more led out of desire or out of genuine love?
Oh, right now?
I mean, what's the difference? I don't know. If you
difference between
no,
desire
like aren't people that are in love desire each other as well?
Course.
I think right now it happens more often that people.
The people that desire each other don't always love each other.
Yeah. I think that many people right now try to kind of fill a void inside of themselves, seeking love in others. And I would go for desire because I observe that many people actually lack of self-love and then try to seek validation, or it doesn't even have to be genuine love or a committed relationship. Also, I don't know, short-term things. I'm not saying it's something negative, but I see many unhappy people, or I don't know, friends also, that actually seek something committed, but then kind of and mostly it happens to be because it's a lack of something that turns to desire and not really genuine, because it's not actually possible.
I think maybe desire, but I don't think that is necessarily a bad thing, because you can develop. I mean, if you go out with a lot of people that you only desire and maybe don't love, if it's consensual, if all the people are comfortable in the situation and the relationship works for them, then I don't think it's an issue. And I think it also maybe sometimes desire leads to love. Maybe could also be.
I'd like to think it's love.
Yeah, let's think it's love,
but of course there's a component of desire.
But you know, of course there's always desire involved. If not, there would be a friendship, I guess. But we've seen it, like, you know, who hasn't gone to Erasmus? How many people how many relationships have survived? How many, you know, I don't know what it's called. Horns.
Yeah, like
the horns we have witnessed, or it's not easy, you know. From what I see, usually is love is broken more than more than kept for desire.
Yeah.
Many times.
I think it's a question of whether you act on your lust, and it's difficult to have so many stimulus around you. Like, of course, we've spoken before about social media and how it has changed our lives, and yeah, it's also like all the stimulus around you makes you want to desire more, not only on the materialistic part but also in the sexual part. But I'd like to think that people act out of love instead of just desire. Okay.
And we are romantics.
Desire.
Yeah.
At the moment, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got lucky because we just, we bumped into each other and had
Yeah.
common interest, and
Yes. But I think with social media, not social media, dating apps.
Yeah.
A lot of the time it can be just
yeah,
just lust, really.
and also there's a lot of promotion to look a certain way and
Yeah.
have a certain
And have
person or
high standards.
yeah. So it's definitely getting to that point where it's like very shallow.
Yes.
And yeah,
Unfortunately.
unfortunately.
But not for everyone.
Not for everyone.
No.
Yeah.
Also, wenn ich mit den Jungen rede, in meinem Beruf, gibt es da irgendwie so Seiten, weißt, wo du einander kannst Connections herstellen kannst.
Ja.
Nur auf Lust bezogen, gefällt mir nicht, willst du Sex, willst du nicht Sex. Aber im Grund der Dinge suchen nachher gleich alle Menschen die Liebe und die Stetigkeit in einer Beziehung.
Ja.
Aber das Aushalten und Durchstrecken natürlich auch so, das ist, glaube ich, ein bisschen nicht mehr so langatmig, vielleicht wie früher, respektive früher hast du halt die kulturellen und religiösen Eckpfeiler gehabt, die eingeschränkt haben in der Entfaltung, und das ist halt heute nicht mehr so. Nee.
Ich denke, vom Arbeitsplatz her, also das temporär Arbeiten ist für mich so etwas, wo mich jetzt so ein bisschen, also ich arbeite in der Pflege, wo ich sehe, wo einfach viele sagen, ich will unabhängig sein und nach 3 Monaten wieder gehen können. Ich will mich zu nichts verpflichten. Hat ja auch ein bisschen mit dem zu tun, was...
sogar einfach sich nicht verpflichten,
ja,
so, genau.
Ja.
Sei es jetzt in der Arbeit oder sonst.
Oder in einer Beziehung. Also,
First one.
Love?
Not the other one.
The desire.
So, yeah.
Aus Lust.
Oh, wow. I would say out of genuine love.
I would say out of desire. I think most of the people think about the things that they want. So I want this and that, and not really, oh, this person is really amazing and I would love to know them and about them and I love them. So
It's more what you get out of it than what,
But I think genuine love can, come after the desire. Maybe at first it can be desire and then after it can be genuine love, because desire without, any real connection is nothing. I feel like.
Yeah.
Or not nothing, but it's not what,
But if you observe the society, would you say most people get together out of love rather than desire?
I would like to believe so.
Do you perhaps know what I inspired myself in order to write these questions?
Was die Frage sind?
Ja, auf was das ich so basiert habe.
Du hast es angedeutet, die Gesellschaft irgendwie, aber ich denke, es geht ums Soziale, ums Zusammensein oder nicht Zusammensein in der Gesellschaft. Ich weiß es nicht genau, ne?
Für was?
No, I have no idea. What inspired you?
Yes. May I state my guess? Okay, you said previously that you turned more interested in religion, and I think your motivation is to find out if people right now, because there is evidence that many people, in Switzerland, they turn away from the
religion.
From religion, yes, and if it's kind of if I don't know, consumerism or all these questions are related to, or like the negative aspects are related to
like
less
greed
belief and
stuff like that.
No idea. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
It is, I try to formulate them a bit differently, but it's actually the 7 deadly sins of Christianity.
Okay, cool.
And
I'm
I
not
see.
Christian,
Yeah.
but I just wanted to look into it. And
Cool.
I was looking at it and I was like, the society is tending more to the
Yeah.
side of it.
Lust.
So
Ah,
I'm
yeah.
really curious about what the people are
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
about
yeah.
society.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, da wäre ich
Was
nicht
sind-
drauf gekommen.
How people think in which direction the society tends to go.
Okay,
Und
spannend.
das sind die 7 grössten Sünden, christlich gesehen die
Also
Todessünden.
Lust, Hochmut, Arroganz.
Genau, also Hochmut ist Arroganz.
Ja.
Genau, Hochmut, Konsum, Gluttony, so viel konsumieren,
Ja, genau.
Faulheit. Genau, ich habe einfach diese Todessünden so in alltägliche Fragen gesteckt und ich wollte schauen, was die Leute generell so das Gefühl haben, wo das Society eher ist.